both teams down the stretch. Two good teams continuing to execute down the stretch, man. And, it definitely hurt, but we gotta adjust. Like I said before, a series is not won or lost in one game. It's a good start for them. And we just gotta make adjustments and get ready for game 2.
Dave Bauman, Breadhouse Sports Network. LeBron, you limped throughout the game. You limped at the end of the game. Do you have any concern you won't be 100% for game 2? Why or why not?
I'm not injured. Just caught a few cramps that comes from maybe a little bit of dehydration. So I make sure I got to keep my fluids up, for the next few days. I'm not hurt. Not an ankle, not a knee. I'm fine now. Just sometimes, if you ever played sports before and you catch a cramp, your body will tell you when you're ready to move. If you try to move before your body tell you to move, then it's gonna hurt. So, just gotta stay a little bit more hydrated throughout these next few days.
For both of you guys, Mo and LeBron, what changed from the first half where you guys were dominating to the second half where it got away from you guys?
They did a great job of finding what worked. They made some adjustments. They adjusted what they was doing. I think we caught them off guard with the blitz on Turkaloo, and second half they did a better job with that. And they made some shots. Made some big shots. Made some big buckets. I think that was the difference in the second half.
Most of them knocked it right on the head. Some of the same shots that they had missed in the first half, they made in the second half. With Dwight's numbers, Dwight played great, of course. But we felt like Rashard was like that X factor tonight. He made some big shots for them to start the fourth. Every big shot that they needed, they down one or up one. He made shots, man. And, he had a heck of a game to help them win tonight.
Question for LeBron, Peter, German press agency. 49 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 60% from the floor. What else you can do to help the team to win? Because it looks like you had one of the best games in the playoffs.
Well, my statistics don't mean anything when it's a loss. So, if I could do something else to help our team win, I'm going to do that. What I did is try to give us an opportunity to win, and I try to put us in the right position, to win. That's all I can do as an individual. But you try to, you got to find a way to wheel games away sometimes when they get away, or continue to with the same energy that you had throughout the whole game. So tonight, my individual performance means nothing, because we didn't win the game.
Rob Peterson, NBA.com. Can you talk about the matchup problems that Turkaloo presents for you guys out on the perimeter, especially with his playmaking?
Well, him being 6'10", he can see over a lot of defense. And even though we were putting 2 on him, he can still see over some of the guards or see over me sometimes. We blitzing his pick and roll. So he had a really, all-around solid game, man. He adjusted in the second half also and find some creases that helped them win the game.
LeBron, you said that, hey, it's a long series and we'll adjust, that kind of thing. But take us through that mental process over the next couple of days. How do you guys get yourselves in that place for game 2?
We're going to prepare just like we did, after a win. You're making adjustments. You try to play a little bit harder, all on the defensive end. For a team to shoot 55% on our court in the game is unacceptable for all of us. And we know that that's not how we play basketball. And that's not how we're going to win. We should have lost, giving the team 55% from the field. So, we're going to make adjustments tomorrow. We're going to watch some film. But we're not going to add no more pressure on us than we need it to be. Just go out there and play.
Is there anything else besides defense that's sticking with you and that you want to change for game 2?
Well, offensively, we were stagnant at times. Maybe because I felt the high end. I got back to the one-on-one play that I had in the past. But I felt I had it going individually. But we only had 5 turnovers as a team, so it's not like we was just, not playing basketball the right way. We missed some really good shots, some easy shots. And we made shots. We shot 48% from the field, offensively, so that's pretty, for the most part, a pretty good game. We had 19 assists and only 5 turnovers.
I want to add to that last one. I don't think that him going one-on-one was the factor. I think he had it going, and and that's part of our offense for him to attack his man. I think the biggest key to the game was myself. Myself was the key. I have to take pressure off this guy. I'm looking at the stats, and I'm looking at Dwight, and I'm looking at Rashard, and I'm looking at Hito, and those three guys was terrific tonight. And I look at myself, 6 for 19. LeBron is 20 for 30 from the field. I don't care. He can go one-on-one all he wants. I got 19 shots still. It wasn't him.
Mo, considering though what happened at the end of the first half, did you think that last heave was going in?
Yeah. And I'm honest. That's the truth.
Yeah, he missed two wide open ones before that too.
So, you know, it happens like that when you having a tough night shooting the ball. You know, you some kind of way make shots like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought the last one was gonna go in. You know?
Yeah. I should have made the last one since I was missing out otherwise.
All the easy ones.
LeBron down here in the front. Could you foresee some change up in the rotation, maybe to get Sasha in for some of the defensive matchups in the next game? And also, if you'd speak to the very last play, the tip ball, did you guys just draw that up right in the moment? I mean, you didn't have a timeout there.
I think Sasha could be really good for us. Mentally, if he's in tune with the game plan, he can give us some big minutes. His athleticism and his length, you know, being 6'6", 6'7", he can help us. The last play, Mo wanted the last shot. You know, he told me to tip it to him, and he was going to take the last shot. You know, and we went with it, almost winning.
LeBron, you guys haven't really faced much adversity in this postseason. You do now. Can a little bit of that be good, though?
Well, I think it's always good. Nobody said it was going to be easy. It's one game, you know, and if we just look at it, you know, just one game, and we just move on to the next game, then we'll be fine. If we think the world is coming down on our heads, then you know, we're going to get beat pretty bad in game 2. So, like I said before, we've always been a one game, you know, one team. That's our attitude, you know. So, you know, win, lose, or draw, you know, you move on to the next.
LeBron, do you think the cramps, do you think it may have had anything to do with the long layoff?
It may have, because I caught some cramps too before game 1 of the Atlanta series, you know, with the layoff that we had. You can never simulate practice or scrimmaging during practice, you know, because you can't add 20,000 fans, you can't add the lights, you can't add that type of atmosphere. So, you know, with all the sweat that goes on, you know, during the course of a game, and you know the mental and physical pounding that you take, you know, throughout the course of a game, you know, it's easy for you to catch cramps. So it has something to do with it.
LeBron, Stan was said at halftime, "We're all witnesses to his players." I guess talking about your role. Do you have any reaction to that?
That's called reverse psychology. We're just trying to get his guys. Basically saying, you know, you guys need to play a little harder and don't worry about don't worry about his name. Just you guys got to just, you know, you guys are in the NBA for a reason. So, you know, I got to just continue what I got to do to help us win ball games. But I mean, you guys here staying all the time, timeouts and stuff like that. You guys know how he is. He's funny.
LeBron, Rashard hits the big three to put them up 1. You guys called timeout. Take us through what you talked about in the huddle, what the design was, and Delonte is open for the three.
Well, Rashard had a big shot. Couldn't believe he took the shot, but that's him. If you look at any of these series, if you look at statistics and you go at the stat sheets and you know percentages and things like that, guys' tendencies, Orlando, they like to go for the win on the road. You know, Hito took a 3 in the Philly series with a tie game. And Rashard, you know, you just need a little bit of airspace to knock down the 3. You know, but you know, the play was drawn up to me to make a play, to go quickly to give us a chance to get an offensive rebound. And I was able to drive, and my man fell, so it kind of got me off balance. You know, so I drove and seen one guy guard Mo and Delonte. So just like any other play, any other time I see that happen, I made the skip to Mo.